We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. When our founding fathers wrote this into the Declaration of Independence, they were hopeful. They were dreaming of a better world than the one they lived in. They were dreamers. But they had no idea that 200 years later we would still be dreaming of a world where these truths are self-evident. Because the truth is, they're not. These truths are not self-evident. Instead, they are neglected and ignored. We live in a world where human rights are being trampled on by those in power, where inequality runs rampant. We see this time and time again, the violation of these rights. Whether it be in the Middle East, North Korea, the jungles of Africa, or even the streets of Detroit, people are being denied their inalienable rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. People who have been in this country their whole lives, children who call this their home, brave men and women who have fought for this country, are denied citizenship because of the actions of their parents, who are simply dreaming of a better world, dreaming the dream dreamt by thousands of immigrants before them, the American dream. The dream of a place where they could be free of discrimination and judgment. A place where all men are created equal. Instead, they are faced with abuse and looked down upon. And it's not just them. It's also people who have been here since the beginning. The people who were enslaved to serve another. The people who helped build this nation, who are seen as less and their lives seen as such because of the color of their skin. And then there's the meek and the poor, the men and women who labor in and day out to put food on their table. The brave men and women who have put their lives on the line of all ethnicities. And lastly, the men and women who have put their lives on the line to uphold those principles that our founding fathers dreamt of, are often cast down and forgotten by those they serve. But these people, these men and women, those courageous men and women, they are what makes America great, not some silly old man in a red hat. They are the ones that will lead the way to ensure that these dreams do come true. And we're seeing this more and more. We saw this with the brave students who rose up after the shooting at Stoneman Douglas to demand change, with the amazing women who marched on our Capitol demanding equality, with the brave men and women of all races and ethnicities who put their lives on the line in the name of freedom and in the hopes of a better future. It is because of the people that we are able to dream of a world where America is the land of the people, by the people, and for the people. For America is a country of dreamers. We always have been. It is America that is there to provide an example, to give an ideal to strive towards. Even in the example of discrimination, it is the American people that are there to stand up against it. It is the American people that are there to show that American isn't one color, one gender, one belief, or one status. It is one people united. Barack Obama said it best when he said,
"Change will not come if we wait for some other person, or if we wait for some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek."
That is what we must do. We must be the change. It is our time. It is no longer the time of entitled politicians. It is the people's time. We must stand up against inequality, against hatred, against greed, and against oppression. We must stand up for our country, and like our brave soldiers, we must fight for our freedoms, whether it be on the battlefield or at home. We, the people of this great nation, must stand up and uphold our American values of freedom and equality, of love and kindness. We must remember that hate is foolish and love is wise, and so we must love. We must love this nation of immigrants and outcasts. We must love this land of dreamers and innovators. We must love this country where anyone can worship whatever they want and love whoever they want. We must love this home of the tired and the poor, of huddled masses yearning to breathe free. And we must never forget what Thomas Jefferson penned. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We must hold these truths